The Hornets are bringing back PJ Washington for 3 years on a $48 million contract. This deal isn't final just yet, but it should go through pretty soon. If it wasn't for this deal, he would have been a free agent, but it looks like the Hornets want to keep him around, and maybe for good reason. Coming into the league in 2019, this past year was maybe his best. He started for 73 games and averaged almost 16 points and 5 rebounds per game. So the first question that comes to mind is, was he worth bringing back? Well, if you look at his scoring alone, he has shown steady improvements over his 4-year NBA career with the Hornets so far. So when he came into the league as a rookie, he started off pretty strong and averaged over 12 points per game. In year 2, again, he was putting up just a little bit over 12 points per game. And then his 3rd year, it came down to 10 points a game, but he missed a lot of games this season because of some injuries. He had an hyperextended elbow, and he had a fractured finger too, I think. And then this past year was maybe his best. He started for 73 games and he was putting up 15 points per game. I know that these numbers aren't mind-blowing, but for a guy who was given $48 million over 3 years, I'd say it's a pretty fair deal. What worked out well for the Hornets in this scenario is that he was going to be a restricted free agent. When you're restricted, it just means that any team can make you an offer, and then your existing team has the time to match that offer and keep you if they want to. And if you're unrestricted, it just means that any team can make you an offer and you as the player have complete freedom over where you want to go. So in simple terms, the Hornets had the option to match any offer that PJ Washington received. And based on the NBA news that's been released, I don't think he was given any other offers, but even if he was, the Hornets would have a time period to stop that signing from happening if they did want to keep him. Now, while we're on the topic, I want to highlight some reasons why maybe he isn't worth the big bucks. This contract seems pretty fair to me, but before he got signed, he was looking to make closer to $20 million a year, and for me, that's a little bit too much. It's been reported that many people don't consider him more than a rotational piece. His shooting is a hit or miss, and his ball handling isn't that great either. In other words, he's just inconsistent. Even though his scoring on average is getting better year by year, he does occasionally have nights where he puts up 0 points per game, which is inconsistent. Again, he's getting better, but I don't think a $20 million a year player should be having 0-point nights. To me, that just doesn't make any sense. And his overall basketball IQ still needs to be developed too. I don't know if we're asking for too much from him at this point. He's only been in the league for 4 years, so maybe this is normal, or maybe it's not. But I think the best case scenario for him is exactly what took place. A 3-year deal to continue to develop him, and then after that, the team can see if he's worth $20 million a year or not. But at this point, in my opinion, he isn't. But let me know your thoughts on this signing. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And do you think keeping him on the Hornets is a good thing for this next season? But that's all I have for today, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.